Hi, this is Katina Downey again, coming to you from Cornhole and Connections. I am a CPA here in Richmond, Virginia. I'm also an owner of NES Cornhole Lounge in Short Pump. And so I come to you I'm trying to launch this YouTube channel and try to bring information to small business owners and make the connections between the information people need and the information that I know is available. And so, NES Cornhole Lounge is an indoor cornhole venue available for reservations for corporate team building events, also for personal parties, reunions, gatherings, workshops. Today, we actually had a salsa DJ come in and play some salsa music. It's Sunday. And so we had a great time. It was a wonderful turnout. The first time doing that. Definitely will do it again. It was so much fun. The people were so nice. And so I'm coming to you today because I want to talk about a few things that are coming up that I think are very important. And so, as CPA with a practice that is primarily focused on small business owners, I often get questions about taxes, and sometimes it ventures into estate information and taxes as it relates to their estate. One of the things that comes up a lot is taxpayers and their wills. And so I have coordinated with an estate attorney here in Richmond who is going to come onto the YouTube channel and talk to individuals and business owners about the estate planning and how important that is and why it's important. What I've noticed is I often get questions from people where they have either come into money from a loved one who has passed away and they're not sure what to do with it and the tax consequences of what they have inherited. I also get questions often about there'll be multiple siblings involved and there's inherited money and what happens with that and all of that and the tax consequences of all of that to the siblings has come up quite a bit in the last year or two. And so sometimes people get confused about what is the taxable portion of what their loved one has left to them and who is taxed on it. Is there the loved one taxed on it or they taxed on it and all of that. And so those are important questions and they are tax questions. But not everything has is centered around tax. Some things um, are legal questions. And so when it comes to legal questions, of course, I'm not going to give legal advice. And so I pull into the resources that I have. That's why it's called Cornhole and Connections, so that I bring the connections of those individuals who specialize in that topic to come and talk to you. So we will have attorney Koger, Danielle Koger, very smart estate attorney. She's been in estate planning in that field for a very long time. And so she's going to come on and talk to you all about that. She is also going to do a workshop for us next month here at NES. Again, NES Cornhole. It says NES Cornhole Lounge. NES is Nicole's event space. And so the concept of the space is to have a venue where you can do a number of things. Anything that you can pretty much almost imagine we can do here. We have space for up to 200 people. We do corporate events and corporate workshops. And so Danielle, attorney Koger, is going to come here and we'll set up a workshop. And she's going to give some training on estate planning. And she will choose that topic and we'll give some more information about that. But that's really going to be exciting. We'll let you know when you can sign up for that and come in. We're working on for the attorneys getting them some CLE. Also figuring out if there's a way for us to get some CPE for CPAs. And so we'll let you know when that is going to be and if CPE and if CLE will be available for us. If you are not an attorney and not a CPA needing CPE or CLE, you're still an individual who needs information, you have family questions, that's a good time to come and ask your questions. If you miss that workshop whenever we have it, of course, we'll have the contact information. You can reach out to Attorney Koger directly. But I think it's very, very important. What I found is that I am surprised. I'm often incredibly surprised at how many people just don't have a will. Like To me, that's like the basics. And I'm always, my emotions show on my face. I can't hide what's going on. And so when someone says that, and it's a person, especially a person who has assets, a person who has children, and I'm going, huh? How are you walking around every day? And like, why do you not have this? Like, this seems like a basic thing to have. But it may be a basic thing to me for someone to have, and other people may not have that for a number of reasons. It may be that they didn't know how to start that process. They didn't know what to do. They were afraid, or some people get what is called analysis paralysis, where they think about something so much that they just don't do anything. And so I think it's important. I think it's really, really important to have something in place, because when you are no longer here, your family should not be put into a position where they have to scramble to figure out what to do, where your family is trying to decide what would have been your wishes, what would you have wanted to do. And sometimes when you have as you get older in years and you have grown children, and now you say, well, when I've heard people say before, when I pass away, the kids will just fight over it. And I don't think that's a responsible thing to do. I don't think it's a good idea to have your loved ones fighting over your assets when you're no longer here and not able to, say what your wishes were. And so it's important. I think it's important for individuals to have a plan and to make sure that that plan is written, and make sure your family understands what that plan is. And so that's why I think it's important to have an estate attorney, a person who specializes in that area, who can give you advice and give you information. And I know attorneys are expensive, accountants are expensive. We know that, but it's because we know a lot. And so attorneys get paid a lot because they know a lot, and they can help you save a lot of money and a lot of grief and a lot of headache and a lot of confusion. And so I would like to make sure that others have access to that information. So we will announce the date of that when Attorney Koger will be coming here for the workshop. But we will be recording the YouTube recording for you all this week, and so I will post that as soon as we do that recording, and so you have some basic information. If you have questions right now that you want her to address this week, you can put it in the comments. You can also send a message through our Facebook or through Instagram, more probably Facebook. Put it in the comments, questions you may have, and we'll make sure that we try to address those when we record. Thank you so much. Katina Downey with Cornhole and Connections from NES Cornhole Lounge.